Yo, fam, you keep these things up, man. I'm gonna go pine your fucking moms, bro. I'm gonna pine your mom, fam. I'm gonna beat that. Pining, which means to fuck or to beat or have sex with. What's up, fam? It's your boy Demuir here, purveyor of all sounds underground. Thank you for joining me on my YouTube channel today, where I'll be discussing the continuation of this topic, which is the other people you should absolutely avoid in the electronic music industry. But before we jump into things, what I need from you is that SLC. Hit subscribe, like, comment, and more importantly, hit the notifications bell to stay in touch with the new videos that we have up and coming on a regular basis. We post videos twice a week, and there's over 43% of you that are taking in the content on a regular, and you haven't subscribed. Well, go on. All right, I've been looking forward to this for a while after I gave this some deep consideration and thought, but here's a next piece of valuable information on the other 5 types of people you should avoid in the electronic music industry, or any other industry or life for that matter. But anyway, point number 1, people who don't do shit. They're always talking about shit, but they don't do shit. And this is different from the talker in my first video. These people who don't do shit are the ones who just sort of hang around. They're at all the fucking events and they're acting like they got some shit coming and they haven't released jack. Or if they've had a release, it's been several years ago, but yet they can jump up on a blog, talk about projects that they have up and coming, which will never have the light of day because all you do is don't do shit. That's your thing. People who don't do shit, avoid them. Point number 2 is the blind promoter. This often happens at a local level, and I think we've all experienced this no matter what city you come from, where you feel like, man, you're putting in the work, you got some solid releases out there, and then you just feel like certain promoters are just blind to you and not even recognizing and acknowledging the things that you put forward. And I mean, I've seen this firsthand. It's part of the reason why I did the video interview with Addy, the promoter, who's also a DJ and producer himself, to clarify certain things. But my point is, there's legitimacy in this. There's some promoters that see you, they know your contribution, but they're just sitting there watching you and not doing shit because they have some weird sort of envy or beef with you. And my suggestion is, when you see that and you know it, just keep it moving, man. These are people you should just avoid and keep focused on the global landscape, like I've said many times, because the things that are happening in the 4 corners of your city don't have to define who you are and where you're going to be going. Point number 3, I love this one because this probably defines a lot of the people you see in the music industry in general, and it's Mr. and Miss or Mrs. Passive. And passive aggressive is another trait I'll add to this. These are people, through the convenience of the internet, will have a response to an opinion you have or a post you put up and mention everything in likeness with the exception of putting your name there. So to me, these are people you just don't want to fuck around with or just be around, because they're just a complete waste of time and they have no backbone to actually have a direct conversation with you, especially with technology today. You'd think, someone would just DM, even if you're not following each other, and just say, yo, I want to talk to you about the things, your comments you made about, compilations and why you don't like them. Let's have that fucking conversation, B. But for now, I see a lot of you fuckers being so passive, and you're the type of people that I'm glad I've either cut off or just refused to deal with. And point number 4, this is Twoface. So Twoface is obvious. When some people, approach you and talk to you about certain things and then go around and talk to somebody else in confidence about the stuff that they were talking to you about when you told them not to say anything. The other side of this that I want to highlight too is those who readily offer up unsolicited advice. It's generally these people who are quick to add a name on top of that and talk some shit about other people, especially when you haven't invited this type of conversation. Because when that happens to you and you see those moves and you see that behavior, do not for any second think that they won't be talking about you or have your name in their mouth to pass on to a next person. Nice them people. Keep it moving. Once you see that behavior, be grateful that they showed you who they are. And point number 5, this is when actions don't match the commitment made. There's nothing I hate more than people who I deal with or who I allow into my circle say they're going to do something and they do something else entirely, or they don't do anything at all or level set new expectations with me. It's one of my number one peeves. So when I see this in people, especially in the industry, when they do it on a consistent basis, they're really showing you who they are and what their character is. There's no point to me in coming out and saying, yeah, man, if you give me my masters back, I'm going to do a remix for you. And then I don't do the remix. From an integrity perspective, that is just a bad look on me. And it'll also make the other person that I've made the commitment to feel bad that they actually gave me a chance or actually gave me a sliver of trust in the business relationship. I mean, not all people are like this, but I've seen enough of it in the industry to know firsthand straight away. Even the smallest things, when somebody says they're going to do something, like email you or post a story or an interview up within a few weeks, and then they take several weeks, they don't update you, they don't let you know what's going on, those are watch-outs. Big red flags for that. So when people's actions do not match their commitments, watch out for that and keep it moving. And there you have it. Those are my thoughts on other people to avoid in the electronic music industry as you make your way through the perils of the industry and the drama. Let me know your thoughts on this one. I'd be interested. I usually join the conversation within 48 hours of posting these videos, so let me know what's up and what's good. Much love and respect to you. Peace.